Hey everybody, Skylar Duensing here at the United States Patriot Society, and we're here at CPAC 2022. I'm here with Mike from Florida and from Virginia. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much, Skylar.
Absolutely, thank you. And why is CPAC so important to you? Why are you here?
Freedom. You know, I represent Share Healthcare. I'm their chief legal counsel. And Share Healthcare is a 501c3 nonprofit ministry, and the type of ministry we are is a healthcare sharing ministry. So we help people. We're a tool for individuals or families or their small businesses to be able to accomplish medical freedom, financial freedom, and religious freedom. So we're all screaming for freedom right now, but we've not been exercising our freedom muscles, so to speak. We've been letting them go flaccid. So here's one way in which somebody could. You know, we're all wondering, well, what can I do? Well, you can start actually exercising freedom. You know, I keep right next to me, I keep first the Bible next to my heart, and then I keep the Constitution facing outward. You know, this is what I can deal with. I can live up to my convictions, and here's how I can do it. So we have the religious freedom to exercise our medical freedoms, but we don't. We have the legal freedom to exercise our financial freedom, but we don't. We have the legal freedom to exercise our religious freedom, but we don't. So healthcare sharing, if you have a medical expense and if you join Share Healthcare, you're going to get a bank account immediately at Lime Bank in Bolivar, Missouri. So do all the other members. When you have a medical need, that healthcare provider will call in to our folks. They'll reduce the bill. They'll say, okay, if I can send you the money within 24 or 48 hours, you know, how much will you take off your $100,000 bill? And right now we're getting in the 30s, and they'll reduce it down to 30-something thousand, which is fantastic, which is why we're able to keep it be that affordable. But more than that's part of the financial freedom. More than that is the fact that we are a Christian organization, so you aren't compelled and the others aren't compelled to share in things that would be morally repugnant to you. You know, you don't have to share in abortifacients, abortions, you know, change and build a Barbie or any of those type things.
Right, yeah.
And you don't have to, we're exempt from the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. We're exempt from state regulations because we're not insurance. So you can go to any doctor that you want. That doctor can choose the health care that's appropriate for you. If he says, you know, I think you probably need a vaccine, you're at the high risk, you probably should, and if you agree, fine. If you both say, no, we're not gonna, then fine. There's no surcharge. Just in every way in which we can exercise freedom in the healthcare area, that's what Share Healthcare is about.
Good, yeah, absolutely. I think we need to see now a move from so many things that are becoming so big in terms of big government, big media, big pharmaceuticals, big FDA, which we know those two happen to be in bed together a little bit. There are a lot of money being funneled that way. So I'm going to get your stance then on, you know, this big government approach and to an extent tyranny. What are your thoughts just on this predicament that we are in right now?
I think it was Lord Acton a few hundred years ago that said, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And then James Madison in the Federalist Papers was saying essentially the same thing, that is why that we've divided the bodies of government into the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. And if one intrudes on the power of the other, that one will then have absolute power. My little short bumper sticker idea is big is bad. You know, we need banks. Big banks are bad. We need government. Big government is bad. We often need unions. Big unions are bad.
Right.
Big healthcare is bad. We're in an era, a time of oligarchy. You know, we've had different eras of government throughout our, humanity.
Right.
We're in an era of oligarchy right now, where a few control everything. And this is a way of getting back to as local as possible, because it's from your individual finances that it is sent monthly to somebody, you know, to your bank account, in the Share bank account, Share Healthcare bank account, that then is sent out to others for them to decide what doctor locally do they want to go to, or where do they want to go. So it divides that. It makes it, again, individual freedom, your choice, the healthcare provider's choice, and going on from there.
Sure, absolutely. And, you know, getting to that point of big government, big control, you talked about checks and balances, right, in our Constitution.
Right.
One that I think people forget about a lot is the one that was in great, big, bold letters in the beginning of that, which said, we the people.
We the people.
So your advice, your thoughts right now on we the people getting more involved, moving things locally, getting involved with community activism, taking back their freedom.
Well, that before, and you know, I think it was. I've listened to so many good speakers today, but I think it was Marco Rubio this morning that mentioned that was the revolutionary thing of our founding, is that before America existed, no people on Earth were free. There was no such thing, and those first three words, "we the people," is the Declaration. You know, it goes on from there to say that for we are all endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. But you know, that phrase had been said by a number of political theorists for about 100 years before that. But that fact of creating a government document of representative people who is sent by their localities to be this group creating the Declaration and declaring the independence, for them to say we the people are now the government, that was radical.
It had never been heard before in the history of the world.
And the history of America has been recapturing that concept over and over and over. Every one of the blights that we've had on the beauty of our nation has been because we forgot that.
Right. Yeah.
But the beauty of our nation is we keep coming back, and we know the goal is to actually accomplish that.
And it goes through cycles. And you bring up a really good point there. Maybe we'll close on this, is that if you know what the history is, if you know that it goes through these cycles, what you're seeing now from big government, in particular the radical left, is this push to not just erase history, but to rewrite it and tell us that, hey, this is not how it was. This is not the way that you should think, and this is not what you should do. We're in control of that. We tell you what you should and should not do. Your thoughts on the importance of remembering history?
You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep proclaiming it. Keep telling other people that exact same thing. And not just remembering history, but looking at the documentary evidence. You know, looking at the actual document. What does it say? That's what we need to do.
Sure.
Not what somebody else says about it.
All right. And as we say here with our organization, we're building America's future from our past. And we're taking a stand, educating Americans about our faith, our history, not revisionist history, but real American and world history, and our freedom.
And if other people want to be looking at how to exercise their freedom muscles with Share Healthcare, go to sharehealthcare.com.
Okay, sharehealthcare.com. Thank you for being with us here, Michael. I appreciate it. CPAC 2022.